And ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another one of the Bridge Show. We're back because it is Tuesday, so let the show begin. And the suspense is probably killing you. Who is gonna be in the red chair today? Will there be anybody in the red chair today? Or have we failed miserably? Well, I don't think so, because in the red chair today, we have, of course, from the extremely nice Rainbow Studio, which is world famous for its classical recordings of groundbreaking jazz. It's the studio that Keith actually recorded in, which is, you know, pretty cool as well. And we have Martin Abrahamsen. Hello, Martin.
Hello.
You are the studio manager.
Yes, I am.
And of course, you are one of the coolest engineers out there as well.
Well, that would be up to other people to decide.
I think that, you know, it's pretty, you know, I heard that the number of recordings there is beyond 1,000.
Yeah, it should be even a lot more.
Oh, holy Moses. I went into the internet and I saw that basically it was, I think about 1,200 I found directly on the internet.
Yes.
That's a high number.
It's a high number, and it keeps rising.
Yeah, because of course it's a lot of recording going on every single day.
Absolutely.
When was the studio established?
It was established in 1984.
Holy Moses, 1984. And of course you have a huge recording area.
Yes, it would be just about 200 square meters, the main room.
That's pretty big.
Yeah.
And of course, a nice selection of everything, basically. And of course, we have the control room, which is also pretty nice, I say.
It's very nice. Just before the big Corona breakout, we refitted the Studio One with a really great Harrison MPC4 audio console, which is really puts us in the really high-end level.
That's high-end.
Once again.
Well, I say 192 channels.
Yeah, that would be 192 channels at 48K.
Oh boy. But you run it mostly on 96K, right?
We do absolutely most recordings in 96K.
Oh, that's cool. So yeah, that's no joke. Here we have you actually in a recording session. And tell me, you know, what's one of the any albums that was released recently that we know about?
Yeah, well, we did actually recorded an album with the ECM artist Terje Rypdal last year.
That's pretty cool. I know for a fact that that got some really heavy acclamation.
Absolutely.
Worldwide.
And we managed to finish it this year, so it was released. Yeah, I think this spring.
Yeah,
summer?
this spring. Yeah. Absolutely. Oh, but that's wonderful. That's wonderful. Holy Moses. And if you're then wondering, you know, why are we talking about music and music recording, you know, together with Martin from Rainbow? Well, there is of course a reason, and the reason is twofold. First, I must comment. Is there anyone that actually have noticed that every single broadcast there's a new microphone? Do you think anybody have noticed?
I don't know. Make a comment.
Because the key thing is that we've been lending from Martin a new microphone every single broadcast, and of course you're not out of microphones yet.
Nope. Sad thing is that I have more than one of most of them. So
yeah, exactly.
It's a bit tough to come up with new microphones, but we managed to find one here and there that isn't been broadcast yet.
It's a good point, but we're not even here to talk about the microphone collection, even though that is very interesting. So we are here to talk about the you know, audio meters that basically have been developed for the VB440. You know, can we get some pictures of the audio meters up on the screen, basically? Because You know, one of the invaluable things that we have you to thank is that you can have them come with a lot of nice feedback to make those both audio meters, the phase meters, and everything, valid. Because an audio meter is not an audio meter. Necessarily.
It's many things. You can use it in many ways.
Because we are mostly famous for packet understanding, and here we actually see one of those illustrations, because we're now measuring the redundancy factor. So we have then 2 streams of audio, and we can then measure that on the IP network. And by the way, your studio is fully IP, isn't it?
Yeah, well, it's almost fully IP.
Yeah.
We try to connect. We have 2 studios at the moment, and we try and connect those 2 with audio over IP.
Yeah.
Basically, so we can use every room
Yeah.
for any practical use. That would be like if we have a really big recording session.
Yeah.
That we need more ISO booths. We can also actually use the ISO booths from Studio 2 also in the same session.
Exactly. and because we're into IP and we're mostly into the measurement of packets. But again, you helped us to actually get a new level of audio meters. If we could show some of the new developments, and ladies and gentlemen, here's something really new. If you see here, you have multi-channel audio. Just for to explain a little, we can do up to 64 audio channels in one flow. And of course, you can have as many flows in one service as you like, but that means that we can meter it. And if we look at that audio meter, Martin, you can actually see that its behavior is pretty nice. It's pretty fast, but again, it's got a nice release time. So the ballistics, we're very thankful that you helped us with the ballistics. That's very important.
Yeah, well, it's very important that your audio meter is precise.
Yeah.
But too precise will make it unreadable. So,
yeah, because it's so fast.
Yeah, it's too fast. So you need to give it some sort of lateness.
Yeah.
To make it make any sense for you.
Yeah, and well, that's what we call the ballistics of it.
Yeah,
so that basically it behaves then exactly how you want it. If we go back to the audio meters here, because we also added some very nice things on that audio meter, and under that audio meter you can actually see something right under the audio meter. If you can point at that, Tim, which is the micro phase, and that's just a very, very, very small phase meter, and that's extremely handy when you have multi-channel audio, because again you can see phase on every single audio pair. But we got more, and this is actually some world news, because this is the first time we're showcasing it. You can see a goniometer. And Martin, explain to me, what is a goniometer?
Well, it's basically also a phase meter,
yeah.
But it helps you understand what happens in the sound field when you have several microphones in the area of the same source.
Exactly.
So it will actually help you understand, your sound image.
So it's basically then the energy of the right and left signal, and actually again how spread out that is, and of course it will also reveal incompatibilities if you have phase problems.
If you have phase problems, that will show right away.
But let's go back to the audio meter, because we have one more very, very exciting thing to show, and that's to the right of the goniometer, basically, and that is the loudness meter. And loudness is pretty important, isn't it, Martin?
Loudness is very important these days. In the way we use it basically to understand how loud things will sound without losing audio quality in the streaming services. And obviously, in the broadcast industry, it would have a different sense. It means that you can understand how loud your audio would be in general during a program when you use a long-term.
Can we use some generalistic examples, basically, Martin, and say that, for electronica like EDM music, the loudness is, let's say, pretty constant, and not so dynamic, maybe?
Yeah, well, The dynamics of modern pop music is pretty low. With the modern streaming services, they will compensate for that.
Yeah,
have
exactly.
processing themselves. So the way we use the meter is to understand how it actually will sound within those guidelines that they have.
Exactly, because again,
standards.
you need to have as much energy as possible to get through the noise of let's say a radio, if you like. Whilst of course you don't want to compress it too much. You want to have perceived dynamics into it.
You want real dynamics.
Yeah, that's true.
That's the thing.
But if you compare that with classical music, where you really have a big dynamic range, then also it's important to have the loudness so that you actually know that when it's on the pianissimo sessions, that it's not actually disappearing into the ether, if you like.
Yeah, that's the art of mixing.
That's the art of mixing. That's very true. If we get back to some of the examples here, because the cool thing with the loudness meter is that it can be programmed. So it can be switched from, this is very instant, basically, and then you can actually average it. And if you do then short term or even integrated, you'll be able to average it. And that's actually one of these kind of things that is useful with the, a loudness meter.
Yeah. Then again, in a broadcast situation or a longer, like a concert recording, the long-term view will make you understand how loud you're in general. It's too easy to just compensate with a volume knob.
Yeah, exactly. Because that's the alternative, and you want to spread it so that it's of course a nominal audio level, but also that it's got the energy that it needs to be nice or actually be.
Yeah, we want to know
listenable.
How it's going to end up instead of guessing. That's basically why we want to meet it.
Well, while we talk about music, because there's another secret that we haven't told anybody, and basically we have our mad musical genius, which also, he records in the Rainbow Studio as well.
All the time.
He does,
For
absolutely.
every show.
So let's bring our mad musical genius and see what he got in store for us. Holy Moses! I mean, that deserves actually some
great
applause,
performance.
I say. This was very, very, very good. Sandra, you are the best. This is absolutely phenomenal, and of course, it was recorded in Rainbow.
Yeah.
It's pretty nice. Thank you, Martin. Thank you for coming today.
Thank you for inviting me.
Well, you'll be back. We're going to talk about audio quite a lot, you know, in the next months to come. There is more to come in the audio sector. So yeah, you'll be back. I can guarantee you.
Whenever.
And thank you for tuning in. I hope you liked our new audio meters. It's part of the next release, which is coming out very, very soon. It will be like a early Christmas present for all the VB440 users. And it is something we're very proud of. So I want to thank the team, of course, that created this magnificent thing. And thank you, Martin, for contributing to that. That was very, very good of you. And in the meantime, don't forget to subscribe and, of course, tune in next Tuesday where we have another show for you. In the meantime, have a great week.